All right, guys, good morning. It's October 10th. It's Friday. Last night we had a interesting, fun game. Those of us here at the Hat and Beard Show that had our finger on the pulse of the universal vibes knew what was coming, and everything was shaping up for a Phillies SmackDown dynamic duo in Gotham. Our lead story, rookies Jackson Fart and Dart, Cam Scatabo lead Giants to historic win over the greasy Philadelphia Eagles. We will talk about that. Then we're going to go ahead and walk on over to NFL.com. NFL Week 6 predictions. Will Chiefs, Patriots suffer upsets? And will the Broncos top the Jets in London? We'll watch, see what Baldy and Bucky have to say from the insiders, as well as breaking down exactly what they have to say. We're not going to go over every single game, but we will look at our Detroit Lions before we slide on over to Detroit Lions on SI. Our boy Christian Boer, tail of the tape. Who holds the edge in the Lions-Chefs matchup? This will be a little bit more of our heavy article that will take up most of our time, but we will analyze how the Lions match up against the Kansas City Chefs. We know historically JG16 and Patrick Mahomes, they tend to have some pretty epic duels, especially in prime time. This should be even if you're not a fan of either team, if you're just a fan of football, this should be one of the better games on the docket. Obviously, we know that our Detroit Lions are sitting pretty at the top pole spot of the power rankings, the kings of the NFC, and making strides to pull away from the pack, whereas the Kansas City Chiefs, although coming off a borderline historic Super Bowl run, still trying to hold that Super Bowl window open. They're forced into doing everything that they can, trying to right the ship, and ultimately, as much crap as I talk, you can't discredit what Patrick Mahomes is able to do on the field, especially if the zebras are in his pocket. Historically, the stripes tend to go a little bit more in favor of old Patrick Mahomes, and tend to kind of screw us, the Detroit Lions, just a wee little bitty bit. That's why we say that meme becomes life, Detroit versus everybody. That being said, guys, this is something that I was thinking of last night when I was watching a couple minutes there, when I was able to pop in and watch some of the game. Lions young core is starting to look like the foundation fans have dreamt of. This from the Sideline Report. Something to kind of ease us into the weekend, to feel nice and good about ourselves. The future is bright for the Detroit Lions, and we'll make some comparisons and some things that we need to keep an eye out for moving forward down the timeline. And then normally I wouldn't be triple dipping on old Tom Grassi, but I figured with the magnitude of the upset last night, I don't know why everybody's so shocked. I really felt it just seemed like the Giants were poised to win last night, and by golly, Jackson Fart and Dart showing that he might be something special. There is a poll up in the chat. Is Jackson Dart legit? Giving you a couple options. Best QB in the class. Kids got some moxie, or nah, the Eagles are trash. A wide array of votes being cast in that. But because it was such a wild and kind of interesting game, considering the Super Bowl champs are the Philadelphia Eagles, we will be doing a triple dip on Tom Grassi. Triple dip on Tom Grassi and Eagles and Giants fan reaction to Week 6. If we have time, we're kind of be cruising through today a little bit, guys. If you were here for the early morning, early pre-show chat, you see I was talking with my boy Brent DeWitt. Your guy here is coming off 12 in a row, and I'm pretty cooked. So to be honest, Wednesday, Thursday, and today, when I woke up, I was like, nah, I don't even want to do the show. I'm just gonna pack it in for the day and take the day off. But here we are. We're slogging through it. We're getting through it. But it might be a little bit more of a condensed show for you guys. Want to say shout out to Mad Hatter Nation, Brent DeWitt, my mom. Chase is here. Everybody's hanging out. We got everybody down in the chat. Good morning, Food Bank Day, so won't get to chat much. Go Lions. Hell yeah, Mom. You go crush it at the food bank. Probably going to be looking at that food bank to maybe be our charity through the Thanksgiving holiday. We're probably going to be donating all super chats to probably that food bank that you work for, trying to give back to the community. Because of viewers like you, I'm able to have a little bit more breathing room, or at least on the road to having a little bit more breathing room. And by God, if I'm eating, well, we're all going to fucking eat. So by the grace of God go I, might as well hand out some of the favors, return some of the favors to those who are mildly less fortunate or just need a little bit of a leg up. We're not looking down. We're trying to offer a hand to help raise up our brothers and sisters. So, guys, if you haven't already, would you kindly walk on over to that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. here at youtube.com. That's Eastern Standard Time for all of you guys out on weird time zones. It's a little bit earlier for you. Shout out Derek Harp, the early morning grind, my guy, out on the West Coast. I got to give our West Coast guys some shout outs and some love, especially you Florida guys that somehow have 3 time zones down there. You guys also grinding it out early in the morning. I really appreciate that. Like this video, share it around with everybody you know. Guys, now that we've done all that, let's dive footballs deep into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, guys, coming to us from NFL.com, recapping last night's wild TNF matchup. Now, shout out, Thursday Night Football for the last couple of years has been kind of a joke. All right, let's be honest, not really the best games all season long, and there are some hits or misses still, but I feel like Thursday Night Football has really been getting a couple more hits than misses, at least this season. Dynamic duo in Gotham, rookies, Jackson, Fart and Dart. Pardon me if you guys can hear the dog crying downstairs. She had to be put behind the gate because she decided to destroy some pillows, and right now I can't have her destroying any more pillows while I'm up here doing the show. So if you hear the dog in the background, it's because the fish is a needy little bitch. Jackson, Fart and Dart, and Cam Scatabo lead Giants to historic win over the Eagles, facing the reigning Super Bowl champions with all the NFL world tuned in. A pair of rookie rabble-rousers ran with wildness on Thursday night. Not since 1998 had the New York Giants toppled the defending champs. Hey, that's the year my brother graduated high school. That changed on a glorious evening for Big Blue when Jackson, Fart and Dart, and Cam Skibbity Scatabo collected a host of historical notes. 5 total touchdowns, and most importantly, a stunning 34-17 win over the Philadelphia Eagles, your defending Super Bowl champs. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but it looks like Jalen My Butt Hurts is his face looks awful fat in that helmet now. It absolutely is, because you have to have a lot of respect for the team, said Fart and Dart when asked if Thursday stood as a statement-making win. They just came off winning the Super Bowl. They're the top team in the league, and quite honestly, nobody really expected us to put on a performance like this. Well, Jackson, Fart and Dart, not everybody. I believed in you, Jackson Dart. I believed in you. I had faith in you. When I watch Jackson Dart play, I got to admit, I totally see what the Giants seen in him, taking him in the first round. I get it now. As a locker room, as teammates, we felt confident. We tried to play hard for each other. We're not trying to make statements. We're just trying to play for each other and win games. We want to find an identity, and we felt like we did a good job of putting that a little bit together tonight. Dart, the 2025 NFL's number 25 pick, completed 17 to 25 passes for 195 yards and a touchdown, while adding 13 carries for 58 yards and another score to become the first Giant rookie quarterback since Travis Tridwell all the way back in 1950 to earn a win over the rival Eagles. Now, you guys, I have to just say real quick that I was watching a little bit of this game right here. This 13 carries for 58 yards. I can sum up basically how the commentator spent a good few minutes of the game. Anytime Jackson Dart made a big play, this is basically how it went. They would just go, "Oh my God, dude. Can you believe it? Oh, dude. It's a white guy. Can you believe it? The white guy? Look at this white guy. A white guy can run? Oh my God. Can you believe this? No, his name's Jackson Dart, not Jamarcus Dart. No, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's a white dude, bro. This white guy can run around. Oh, my God, we've never seen anything like it. The only other two players that have ever accomplished this as a rookie, well, it's Lamar Scary Sparkle Jackson and Jalen Hurts, and now Jackson Dart. But Jackson Dart is white, dude. How is he able to do it? They just couldn't get over the fact that, oh my God, dual threat quarterbacks aren't exclusively black. Holy hog shit, heaven and hell. Can you fucking imagine that? They could not get over the fact that, oh my God, Jackson Dart is a white guy that can run the ball. Oh, fucking immaculate, isn't it? It's fucking insane. I've liked everything about Dart since we got him, Giants head coach Brian Butthole said. Again, he's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, whatever it may be. But you've got toughness. He sees the field well. You've got athleticism, vision, and leadership. But it's 3 games, 2-1 as a starting quarterback. Got a lot to work on. He'll be the first to tell you that. But he's a leader. Joining his QB in his historic endeavors was Skibbity Scatabo. Also, the commentators going, oh my God, it's a white guy, dude. How can a white guy play running back, dude? Can you believe it? Every time he touched the ball, they're just like, oh my God, a white guy's running with the ball. Oh my God. They just couldn't. They're just like minds fucking exploding all over the place. They just could not grasp the concept. I don't fucking know. Who had 19 punishing carries for 98 yards and 3 tuggery-doos, making just the second time in franchise history that a rookie had a trio of rushing scores and the first overall since 2011. This tandem of New Age Giants roared as a long list of benchmarks, keying a stunning triumph and offering statistical support that a club just winning 1 season since 2017 is running hard in the right direction. Yes, we're not going to dive into all these stats, but I gotta say, watching the Giants play, are the New York Football Giants a Super Bowl contender? Probably not. They don't really have the guns on offense. Their defense is coming around. I'll be honest, they got some guys that can get after it. They were playing a poor Philadelphia Eagles offensive line, but they got some guys up front. They got some dogs that can bark up front, all right? So they got a defense. Is Cam Scatabo your long-term, 10-year-plus Hall of Fame contending running back? You goddamn no. But he's good enough right now to get you through at least this season till Tyrone Tracy is able to, get healthy and come back, or they go in another direction. But no, Cam Scatabo is not the answer long-term. You do have a franchise wide receiver in Malik Neighbors. And through 3 games, you are 2-1 first-round draft pick quarterback. Looks to be still a rookie, but he is electrifying. He's dynamic. A little bit more polish on that rock, and you will have yourself a long-term franchise quarterback in Jackson Dart. Why am I saying all of this? Are the New York Football Giants, the Big Blue and the Big Apple, are the G-Men a legit contender this season? No, but the New York Football Giants are exactly what the Tampa, Bay, Buccaneers were 2 years ago. A very dangerous team that could make a push possibly for a wild card spot. And if they did get into the playoffs, an absolute upsetter of a buzzsaw, nothing to lose, playing with house money. I think the Giants have a good foundation to be a dangerous team this year moving forward and a solid foundation to build on for a possible run for the next couple of years. I do think Jackson Dart is a very special quarterback. Does Brian Daboll fit the mold of being the guy to lead the ship? Has yet to be seen. I would say probably not. But there are a lot of good pieces in Big Blue that they can build off of, and I'm saying that they're a very dangerous team. Now, what you had last night was a very dangerous team playing with house money and nothing to lose. All of the lights were very, very bright and biggest on them on the biggest stage. Thursday night primetime, Jackson Dart as a rookie at home coming out, making a statement win over the defending Super Bowl champs. And what I've seen in the defending Super Bowl champs is the same thing that I've been seeing in the Kansas City Chiefs this season and most of last season. We talked about it before. These are teams that are very, very tired. They're very exhausted. The chemistry is no longer there. The waz and pizzazz, the camaraderie is gone. The shine is off the Super Bowl victory, and now you're seeing a lot of me's. A.J. Brown, a lot of frustration. Jalen Hurts, let's see your Instagram comment or quotes, get you out of this one. And a head coach that's a little frustrated. They don't seem to have the synergy, the chemistry, the mold, the bond, the camaraderie that a team needs to have to be successful. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles are still sitting with 4 wins. They could still make a push in the NFC East, not necessarily the greatest conference, especially with the Commies having a little bit of a downturn with Jaden Daniels being hurt for a little bit. Now he's back. They're kind of upticking. The Giants could be possibly dangerous. The Cowboys, also an X factor. So what you're seeing out of the NFC East is a lot of just dangerous teams, a lot of upper mid-tier teams. But Philadelphia, I think, is running into, I think they're tired. I think they had too many changes this offseason that have led them to not having the chemistry, the leadership, or the people in positions in the locker room to help right the ship and stop the negativity. I don't know, man. I just don't think Philly's got it. Now, the real interesting thing about Philadelphia not having it is I was told time and time again that the missing piece for the Detroit Lions was Zadarius Smith. Now, I watched a team yesterday that has Zadarius Smith on their roster, and they didn't look like that good of a team. So my question then becomes where is this big world-changing, all super hyper-athletic, Hall of Fame fucking talent Zadarius Smith? Where is he? Huh? I was told that was the missing piece. How productive has he been for Philadelphia? All right, so this is kind of a longer article. We're going to it's just a bunch of fluff about Scatabo and Jackson Fart and Dart. You guys know how that game played out. Not an overall, it was a good time. Is a good time. 34-17. It's a good statement win there, young fella. It's a good statement there. Keep it up, Jackson Fart and Dart, and we'll drop the name Jackson Fart and Dart, and it'll just become Mr. Dart. That's Mr. Dart to you. You can call me Mr. Dart. All right, guys. So it is NFL Week 6. How you doing, Mad Hatter Nation? Oh, okay. There's some paragraphs here. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Eagles are also trash. Dart has some moxie. I agree with you, Derek. Sorry I'm late. It's all good, Mr. Detroit City. Just counting your winnings. Yeah, dude. I didn't I cashed 40. Ooh, I didn't hit it on my parlays. I think 4 separate hit, including live bets on Cam getting a second, third. Yeah, dude. So I tried to comment back on you, but I don't get. My service is so shitty at work that I couldn't get that in fast enough. Dart puts Christ first. That's exactly right, dude. He was a Charlie Kirk supporter. Dable yelling at the doctor to get Dart out of the tent was hilarious. I haven't seen someone yell at a doctor like that since half of our country yelled at Fauci through our TVs for the mask mandates. Art, that's funny, dude. I like that. That's a good one. Washington is overrated. I agree with you, Mr. Tracer. Hello, Honolulu Blue Skies. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat, brother. If Scatabo was black, he'd have been a first-rounder. That performance at AZ State versus Texas was top 5 individual performance in college football history. Where's the lie, my guy? Where's the lie? Look, I'm not trying to make the game about race or nothing, but the long and short of it is that everyone's just going, oh my God, dude. The quarterback and the running back are both white guys, dude. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. He carried the ball 3 yards. Dude, did you know white guys can play these positions and not just be cerebral players? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Look at him run, dude. Oh my God, dude. This is the most amazing thing since pockets in your freaking underwear, dude. I've never seen anything like this since sliced bread. It's the most impressive visual performance I've ever seen since sex on a scooter. Oh my God, dude. A white guy playing running back and quarterback. Oh, dude. I can't fucking believe it. Giants have weekly Bible studies led by Russ. They put God first. No shit, dude. No shit. That's awesome, Mr. Detroit City. I don't want to talk too much smack about Russ Wilson because he does seem like an all-around upstanding guy. but goddamn, that one pass he threw, I was like, oh, oh God, oh, Russ doesn't have it no more. Oh, he threw it at the legs of the wide receiver. Oh, that's not good. Brandy, how you doing, sister? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Kerry, how you doing, bro? Our Dallas boys got a sack. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they, you talking, what do you mean Dallas boys? I'm confused. My bad, dude. I only seen one sack, and that was Brian Burns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you like that sex on a scooter thing? Scatterbo's Mike Allstott minus long lost miniature brother. Dude, Art. He does run like him, doesn't he? He kind of gets that wide bow-legged base a little bit, really drives through his hips. Not so much hamstrings and calves, but more upper low-end torque. You know what I'm saying? Look, I like Scatterbo. Yeah, you put him at fullback. Actually, a blast all game works perfect. You know, Mr. Trey City, I'm sure it absolutely does. What up, Motown? How you doing, brother? Good morning. Good Friday morning, everybody. I hope you guys have had a solid week. And if you didn't, maybe Friday can bring you a little bit of reprieve as we ski on into the weekend, guys. And what a weekend we have. NFL Week 6 predictions. Will the Chiefs and Patriots suffer upsets? And will the Broncos top the Jets in London? Let's go ahead and just hear what old Brian Baldinger, old Baldy, and Bucky have to say about Lions and Chiefs on our primetime matchup Sunday night.
Against Cincinnati. So, I mean, the first thing, visually, the operation is very crisp. I mean, the motions, the shifts, they don't have pre-snap penalties. Big plays aren't coming back because of stuff they've done. All right, now, the offense has a rhythm and a timing to it. All right, Jared Goff is under center a great deal. They actually run it more than they throw it with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. So it's run-based, heavy play action. They take their shots. They cleared out the middle of the field for Amon-Ra St. Brown to go win, just the way you would clear out for Steph Curry in a one-on-one. They get all that done. And then last week, they're playing a kid from the University of British Columbia, Giovanni Manu. He's never played before.
Or Giovanni.
He's starting at left tackle for him. And although he gave up a couple of plays, they had a plan for how he would operate and how he would function.
Trying to show Baldy's finger. I do this every time whenever he's on TV and me and Hat and Boobs are watching shit. I'm always like, look at Baldy, look at Baldy's finger.
Giovanni Manu. He's never played before.
Let's see it.
He's starting at left tackle for him. And although he gave up a couple of plays, they had a plan for how he would operate.
Come on, little.
How he would
I can't quite get it.
And
Baldinger got that finger, though.
You know
what I'm saying? That finger that hangs over like that from how many times he broke
Morton
it.
Can still do the
look at it. Look at that flopping finger.
The halfback pass from David Montgomery to Brock Wright. They still do some of that, but it is just a very crisp and good operation right now where the ball gets spread out to all of their targets.
It's crazy. Ben Johnson leaves, gets a great job. They may be better, at least just as good. On the other side, Bucky, not quite as good. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yo, shout out Honolulu Blue Skies, bro. Yes, dude. Baldy is pretty damn good. I love his film study show with old legends and current players. Oh, James Houston, Kerry, you're right. Yeah, James Houston does play for Dallas. That's right, dude. So Honolulu Blue Skies. I like Baldinger's take, too, for two reasons. One, he's an old school, gritty football player, so he has this, like, tough nose, like the type of guys that I like that just, like, Jimmys and Joes. You know what I'm saying? Not all these diva bullshits. He likes guys that get their put their face in the dirt, get after it. You know what I'm saying? Dan Campbell guys. Also, Baldinger has the type of he looks at it through the lens of an offensive lineman, which is exactly how I look through tape as an offensive lineman. And he looks at things, the small details, the finite things. He's actually, in my opinion, a very good judge of talent. I think Baldinger is underrated.
Chiefs off to the first 2-3 start since 2021. What have you seen from Kansas City?
Look, I think this is a team that is much better than their record indicates. And I know Bill Parcells says you are what your record is. But when I'm sitting there field level watching Kansas City Chiefs, Xavier Worthy coming back has allowed them to have an explosiveness that they hadn't had in a few weeks. His ability to really take the top off the defense, but make big plays on his own accord, opens up the field for other guys. Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelce, Tyquan Thornton showing up and making big plays down the field. They're running the ball effectively. They got Brashard Smith involved. They still have Isaiah Pacheco. And then Pat Mahomes is still playing at a very high level. What he has to do, though, he has to do so much with his feet, extending plays, and doing those things. And then defensively, Steve Spagnuolo gives them a chance because he will dial up pressure from anywhere. So ignore the record and go by the feel. When I feel the Kansas City Chiefs being in the game with them, they're still just as scary as ever. They just don't have the wins on the resume yet. But, man, they're close. They're close to being that team that everybody fears. Just be careful. Don't dismiss the Kansas
Yeah, if only they had just that little bit more. If I had a nickel.
City Chiefs right yet.
I mean, history has shown at the end the Chiefs will at least be around. We will see this year, and so much to look forward to Sunday night.
Yeah, big game Sunday night. Shout out Honolulu Blue Skies, brother. Forgive me if I don't recognize you. I think you're new here, dude. I like what you've been dropping in the comments, dude. Legit, man. I think you'll fit in well here, brother. If you're feeling like a community that likes to talk a little bit of smack, bro, feel free to subscribe, dude. That'd be kind of cool, man. I like what you're saying. All right, guys, so let's just scroll all the way down here past all the games because we don't care. We don't care, except for we're going to put Cincinnati. I'm putting money on the Bengals to beat the Packers, plus 675. I'm putting $10 on that because, look, I'm a guy who likes to shit post online. I like to do a little bit of trolling here or there. And I think Smoking Joe Flacco has the best opportunity to do one of the funniest things in the history of the NFL, and that is beat the Green Bay Packers in the same season, once with the Browns and once with the Bengals. I think I think that'd be so funny. I'm here for the lulz. I'm here for the lulz. Oh my God, I think that'd be so fucking funny, guys. All right, guys, so here we go. Lions and Chefs over at Arrowhead Stadium because Kansas City is never going to have to play Detroit in the scary Ford Field. They'll never I don't think that the NFL will ever, even though they're not, even though clearly the NFL and Patrick Mahomes are having a little bit of a lover's quarrel and he's not getting everything that he used to get all the time. I don't think the NFL will ever put Patrick Mahomes in such a hostile environment as to go to Ford Field and play on the road in the Den. I really don't think so. That's why this is now twice in 3 years we've had to travel to Kansas City. Well, why hasn't Kansas City had to come to Ford Field? Because it's too scary for Patrick Mahomes. It's too scary. Patrick Mahomes is too scared to play at Ford Field. I'm gonna be honest. He's just too scared. He's a scared little chicken shit to play at Ford Field. But Lions plus 114. We're underdogs. That's fake and gay. That's all I'm going to say. That's fake and gay. Why Dan picked the Chefs? Well, because he likes Patrick Mahomes in his mouth. I don't feel good about picking the Lions. Why? We're the best team in football. They have looked like the best team in the league for a month now, while the Chiefs are trying to regroup on a short week after Monday night's soul-crushing loss in Jacksonville. Teams coming off a Monday Night Football defeat this season are 0-6. Oh, but maybe this is where the streak ends. Maybe Patrick Mahomes. Oh, I have to say Patrick Mahomes. Software update. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just got my update. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing to ever happen to football. Patrick Mahomes. The Lions are not a legit contender. Detroit is not a serious team. Dan Campbell is a meathead. Jared Goff needs to have a perfect game, an offensive line behind him. Jared Goff can't play outside. Jared Goff needs Ben Johnson to be a successful quarterback in the league. The defense isn't good. We're going to take a huge step back this year because Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson left. The Detroit Lions don't have the parts inside of their offensive line to hold up like they used to. The Detroit Lions need a second pass rush specialist opposite Aiden Hutchinson. Clemson to make their defense effective. They should have signed Zadarius Smith. Blah, fucking blah, 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 fucking blah. There were glimmers of hope, even in a bitter defeat for the reigning AFC champions. The offense is moving in the right direction with Patrick Mahomes' led passing game improving since Xavier Worthy's return from injury in Week 4. Kansas City has scored a whopping 28 or more points in back-to-back games for the first time since late 2022. Wow. Ooh, you can score a touchdown a quarter. Wow, we can put that many points up in one. Wow, you're so good. Wow, I'm expecting the Chiefs to continue at that pace against the Detroit defense that is badly beaten up at cornerback right now. Now the question is whether Steve Spagnuolo can get his group to tighten up, especially against the run. At least enough for the team to win a shootout at home. I'll believe it for a week, at least one more week. Why? 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 If they were playing the Browns, maybe. But, dude, you're not playing the fucking Browns. You're playing the best team in football. Get off their nuts, man. Look, I get it. I'm not an expert. I don't make a six-figure or more fucking income by having hot takes online clipped into 12-second segments while I work for a show 22 minutes out of an hour, right? I'm just some fucking guy doing this for free, coming to you from his little room here at Grandma Studio One. But I'm telling you, you're wrong, okay? Dan, whoever Dan is, from NFL.com, you're wrong. Get off their nuts. Do you know how much more credibility you fuckknuckles would have if you actually used your fucking brain and came to the realization that, oh my God, I can take Patrick Mahomes' dick out of my fucking mouth and I can look at the Detroit Lions, and the reality is they are the best team in football. The Kansas City Chiefs are old. They are tired. That Super Bowl window is closed. They do not have the guns to compete with the Detroit Lions toe-to-toe. Offense, defense, or special teams. All the Kansas City Chiefs have are Andy Reid, who covers up for murders committed by his fucking son, Patrick Mahomes, who for whatever reason the NFL has anointed the greatest thing since sliced bread, and the refs, who regardless of the team that is out there, get the call from Roger Goodell that says, hey, Brian Branch is scary. Brian Branch is scary and he hits people too hard. Throw a flag on Brian Branch. Because they're fucking scared of the mentality, the meritocracy, the overall manliness of the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are clearly a pro-masculine team. They lead into all of the toxic traits that masculinity has so far been deemed bad by the liberal, cuck, feminist fucking world that we have to live in. And the Detroit Lions say, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to come out here and we're going to punch you in the mouth. And the NFL goes, whoa, 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 whoa. We don't like it when people tackle hard. And Dan Campbell goes, tough shit, man. Tough titties, Tony. Time to put your nuts on the table, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. And the NFL is consistently against the Lions. So the only edge that the Kansas City Chiefs have over the Detroit Lions is the media and the NFL's fucking love affair with Patrick Mahomes. I'm not taking away from Patrick Mahomes, okay? He is a good quarterback, but he is not the greatest thing that has ever walked the fucking earth, okay? Get off his nuts. Stop treating Andy Reid like some type of borderline deity when he's a fucking crook criminal who's a dirty son of a bitch that covered up the murder of his fucking son. And for just a little goddamn bit, can you give the fucking Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell the goddamn respect that we are fucking due? Jesus Christ! Ugh. Sorry, guys. Got a little worked up there. Goff can throw the deep ball. What are you talking about, Kerry? What are you talking about, bro? Pat doesn't have guys around him anymore. Aging Kelsey, post-injury Pacheco. Hollywood Brown is not. No, Hollywood Brown. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even think Hollywood Brown was ever really a true number one wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree with you, dude. I liked Isaiah Pacheco. I like that he reminded me of Marion Barber III with his kind of like the way he would just put his head down. But since I think he had a broken leg. I'm not talking shit so much about Isaiah Pacheco, but like I just feel like he's kind of lost his edge. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he's kind of lost his edge, dude. He just doesn't seem as aggressive, or maybe I don't want to say he's scared, but it seems like he's kind of running scared. He's maybe lost a step. Something's wrong with Pacheco. And yeah, Kelsey's just an old ass son of a bitch. Beaver Nugs, clip that. You think I should clip that, dude? I've kind of thought about getting into the clips game a little bit. I don't really know what or when to clip things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good I'm good at being the on camera talent. But the back end stuff, not so great, man. Not so great. But I appreciate that, dude. I did kind of go off on a little bit of a tangent there, boys and girls. A little bit of a tangent. Kerry, they do say that Goff can't throw the deep ball, but they're wrong. Jared Goff can throw a deep ball. And Jared Goff, I've been saying it for a while, dude. Jared Goff, since coming to Detroit, and this is where I have to split hairs on Mark Brunell, because, yes, Mark Brunell, for some reason, cannot develop young talent. Okay? Hendon Hooker. Proof is in the pudding. But Mark Brunell has taken Jared Goff from needing X, Y, and Z, air quotes, to be a successful quarterback. And Jared Goff used to throw this weird wonking duck of a pass. Dude, Jared Goff throws a nice tight spiral now, like all the fucking time. I think Jared Goff throws one of the prettier passes in the NFL. I do think that his mechanics are a little long, and he relies on his arm to act more like a trebuchet a little bit more than I think some guys. But that could add to the longevity of his arm where he's not muscling it so hard. Just personal preference. I'd like to have a little bit faster of a release. But Jared Goff, the mechanics are solid. The production is sound, dude. I'm guessing Kansas City trades for Nick Chubb in Houston since Buddy's coming back, or maybe they trade for Tony Pollard. Oh, yeah, Mr. Detroit City. You're probably not wrong. Those are both moves that make a lot of sense, and moves that make sense for both teams. Goff doesn't throw hospital balls to his receivers. Damn straight, dude. That's what Amon-Ra, we talked about that, I think, last week when John Morton had some very high praise for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra, then being the constant professional he did, said, thank you. It's not me. You actually need to give the respect to Jared Goff. He continued to push the praise on to other people. It's just this cascade of praise, because Amon-Ra was like, hey, man, Goff's never hung me out to dry, dude. He's never put me in a position where I'm going to get hurt catching a fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot about Jared Goff, dude. Goff is a very accurate passer. And, I'll be honest, guys. When we traded for Jared Goff, I was one of those guys that was like, yeah, Jared Goff, he's a journeyman now, bridge quarterback. This is a stopgap between the next franchise quarterback. And I will be the first to admit that Jared Goff has proven me wrong to the point where I am a huge Jared Goff fan. There have been a handful of quarterbacks in my lifetime for the Detroit Lions. Obviously, naming all of them would be borderline impossible. But, I can remember Scott Mitchell. I can remember Charlie Batch, Mike McMahon, Joey Harrington, John Kitna, Dan Orlovsky, Dante Culpepper, slew of backups. Obviously, most people are going to identify Matt Stafford, right? He was kind of the franchise quarterback for a long, long time, put up all of Calvin Johnson's numbers more or less for him. But my favorite quarterback in the history of the Detroit Lions as it stands right now is Jared Goff. I love what he does on the field. I love his demeanor on the field. I love his constant professionalism off the field. And I love the way he has embraced the culture and just kind of gone from being this California kid to Jared Goff is a Midwestern Detroit guy now, right? Like I fully embrace Jared Goff as one of our own. And he's my favorite quarterback in the history of the Detroit Lions. And I'm only 37, so, maybe some of you older guys know a couple of different people, but Scott Mitchell was okay. Sean Hill! Oh, yeah, Jeff Garcia! Mr. Detroit City, I forgot about Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia. No slight against Jeff Garcia, but even when I was a kid, I was like, that dude's gay. Like, Jeff Garcia is gay, right? I'm not the only one who thought Jeff Garcia was gay, right? Like, Jeff Garcia likes dudes, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck Derek Harp. Yeah, fuck California. Oh, Perryman had the number 1 offense called to run and shoot. That's right, with Moore and Perryman and Mitchell and Barry. Yeah, dude. Back in the day, Sam. Back in the day. I think that was just a little bit before my time. I was born in 88. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little bit before my time. Eric Kramer slept around a bunch of teams too. There you go, dude. Yeah, Eric Kramer. Hell yeah. All right, guys, so let's talk about some tape. We got a big matchup this Sunday. Obviously, I just kind of popped my lid over the media disrespecting for the Detroit Lions. Tale of the tape. Who holds the edge in the Lions-Chefs matchup? Let's take a look at the Lions offense versus the Chefs defense. The Lions offense has rebounded nicely from the season opening clunker against Green Bay. After struggling to find the end zone in that game, John Morton's group has quickly taken its place among the NFL's best through the first 5 weeks of the season. Detroit has plenty of top-end skill position talent. Jameson Williams will be an X factor if he decides to show up. After 2 consecutive quiet showings, Williams could be the difference in a game that could be a shootout. Amon-Ra St. Brown is being ailed by a wrist injury, and as a result, Williams could assume some of his targets. Highly unlikely. As Kansas City boasts a strong defensive line that ranks in the top half of most categories and has plenty of weapons, Chris Jones will be a great test for Detroit's interior offensive line, which includes 2 young players in guards Christian Mahogany and Tater Ratledge. Ultimately, the Lions will be tasked with creating the comfortable environment in a pocket that allows Goff to thrive. Taylor Decker's availability will have a lot to do with this. If Decker can't go, it could be Giovanni Manu or your friendly neighborhood Dan Skipper, who will be relied on. With St. Brown, Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Dave Montgomery all capable of making big plays, the Lions should be able to move the ball at a consistent clip. However, the injury to Decker and uncertainty of interior line against one of the NFL's best tackles tips the scales closer to even between those 2 groups. Hey guys, are we forgetting someone here? Are we forgetting somebody here? Oh, only our splash play, second fucking option, second in catches, second in yardage guy on the team. Sam fucking Laporta? Are we forgetting about Sam fucking Laporta? Okay, go ahead. Sleep on Sam Laporta. Go ahead. Go right ahead. You all just keep forgetting about Sam Laporta, and he'll just keep chunk playing you all goddamn day long. The edge is even matchup between the Chefs' middling defense and the Lions' elite offense. How that works out, well, boy, you guys are really trying to find any reason, even on the Lions side of things, Lions on SI, you guys are trying to find any fucking reason why the Chiefs will lose. This is just goddamn like 2 years ago when the only reason we beat the fucking Chiefs is because Chris Jones was out. They're going to just get... Oh, keep shitting in our lunchbox. You just keep shitting in our lunchbox. Lions will have a challenge ahead of them with both of their top cornerbacks dealing with injuries. Kansas City's offense headlined by Patrick Mahomes. The Lions could be forced to start Amik Robertson and Rock Ya-Sin. Oh, such unproven assets in the NFL. A couple of guys with no NFL experience, never played at a high level, don't have any type of pedigree. Oh, yep, just a couple of bums. Hell, we might as well just play 9 guys on defense if Amik Robertson and Rock Ya-Sin are so fucking bad, if they're so fucking worthless, if they can't amount to shit. Why even play them? Why even fucking put them out there? If Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City offense is so fucking good, why even field the fucking defense? Both players are veterans with plenty of accrued experience facing one of the league's best quarterbacks, and an array of talent around him will not be easy. Travis Kelce isn't the young, explosive version of himself, but is still more than capable of dominating a game at the second level of the defense. No acknowledgement to Sam Laporta, though. Nope, not gonna acknowledge Sam Laporta. Nope, not at all. Aside from the questions, but we'll just talk. Well, Travis Kelce, so fucking good. He puts Taylor Swift's dick in his butt. He's so good. Aside from the questions at cornerback, the Lions' offense may be well-equipped to limit the Chefs. Jack Campbell has taken a big step towards being the defensive leader, and the pass rush has outperformed all expectations. Really, the pass rush with one of the most elite pass rushers in the NFL would have won the Defensive Player of the Year award last year if he hadn't fucking had his leg turned into a spaghetti noodle around Aleem McNeil's fucking thigh, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Fuck off and give the man the respect that he's goddamn due. Jesus, jumping up and down, you fucking dicks, man. Detroit's key will be to manipulate looks and keep Mahomes guessing. It's much easier said than done. And if the All-Pro is able to connect on big throws against Lions reserve cornerbacks, it may be a long night. Yeah, it'll be a long night because, of course, our offense is completely fucking inept, right? Our offense can't fucking find their ass with two hands and a sharp stick. Thank God we have Velcro fucking cleats so that Monday morning before our team goes out to fucking practice, they can stop by the training office and go, "Excuse me, sir, can you Velcro me shoes up? Okay, toy them." Because we're fucking incapable, right? We're incompetent, we're inept, because our leader's just a big fucking bite kneecaps off meathead. Completely disrespect. Just keep fucking disrespecting. Just keep fucking disrespecting us. And when we get to the Super Bowl and we shut out the Bills 59 to fucking nothing, tell me how it wasn't the Lions that won it. Tell me how it was the Bills that lost the fucking Super Bowl. Tell me how the Lions aren't due the goddamn respect that they are fucking due. Robertson and Yasin can generate turnovers, but the team's overall success hinges on the ability of Patrick Mahomes operating in his home environment and equipped with a mastery of his offense. The Texas Tech product could make Detroit pay for any mistake. Oh, yes. The great and divine Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. Of course they're going to give the edge to the Chiefs because they have Patrick Mahomes. And all of the weapons around him. He's so good in his home environment. We would never, ever want poor Patty Mahomes to ever go into a primetime hostile environment where we'd roll out the black jerseys and the blue helmets and just fucking pound his ass right into the goddamn ground. Quarterbacks, Goff and Mahomes have met twice in the regular season. Well, would you look at that? With Goff taking both matchups in wildly exciting games. But Patrick Mahomes. Many remember the duel these two had when Goff was with the Rams. And Detroit's last trip to Kansas City was a thrilling win in the 2023 season opener. Asterisk that they only won because Chris Jones was a contract holdout. Right there, dickhole. Goff isn't viewed as the top echelon quarterback, where Mahomes is just 3 Super Bowls already under his belt. However, he's shown that he's just as capable of fueling his team to a win when their backs are against the wall. Yes, Jared Goff cannot lead his team to a win. He needs everything. He cannot just be Jared Goff just cannot be a good quarterback. There I said, are we all happy about that? There, you happy now? Jared Goff will never do it on his own. Jared Goff will never be able to do it on his own. There, are we happy? He's never good enough. Patrick Mahomes, though. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick fucking Mahomes. The veteran is not rattled by road environments, and as a result, composure and execution should not be of concern. Goff currently leads the league in touchdown passes and completion percentage, and is looking to build on that total against the Chefs. With these two quarterbacks both capable of making big plays, the edge is decided in the smallest of margins. Mahomes can make big plays on the move and make the defense pay for a sliver of a mistake. Goff has sneaky mobility, if you call a statue Drew Bledsoe running around sneaky, and can make throws on the move. But his weakness is exposed when he's forced to flee the pocket. As a result, of course, the edge goes, we got to edge Mahomes. Going to edge Patty Mahomes. Special teams, the Lions have been strong special teams in recent weeks, particularly in their return game. Khalif Raymond popped a punt return for a score against the Chefs, while Jacob Saylors has had some big kick returns. Raymond's status for Sunday's game is uncertain after neck injury suffered against Cincinnati, and those duties could be turned over to Dominic Lovett. It would be the first big opportunity for the 2025 7th-round pick. Meanwhile, KC's kicking game has not been the strength as it has been for the team over the past several years. With Harrison Butlicker, he's 10 for 13 through 5 games, with those 2 misses coming from beyond 50 yards. Jake Big Leg Bates, the ballad of Jake Bates continues, is 6 of 8 with a long of 58 from earlier this year. He seems to avoid jitters that come with big moments on the road, and as a result, he could come through for Detroit in a big way. Sunday, edge goes to the Lions, and there's Motor City Dan Campbell. Do we read coaching, or is it just I haven't read this. I'm willing to bet they're going to say Dan Campbell's a stupid knucklehead. Andy Reid is the greatest thing ever. Dan Campbell and Andy Reid boast 2 of the most explosive offenses in the league and 2 of the most highly respected coaches in the game. Both have enjoyed success to different levels, with Reid being the standard among active coaches with 3 titles. Oh, yes. Andy Reid. Yes, he is the standard of coaching staffs, which is why teams in the NFL are parroting what he has done to succeed in rebuilding a historically bad franchise over the last half-decade. He has been the one to show the NFL how to defeat the elite teams in the NFL. He has shown the NFL exactly how you need to put a winning product on, and it is clearly Andy Reid who has had all of his coaches poached away from him over the last couple years to be head coaches. Both Campbell and Reid have creative offensive attacks, which should make Sunday's game exciting. Additionally, the battle between both teams' coordinators will be one of the most underrated but key matchups. Jesus Christ, how long is okay? On Detroit side, offense coordinator Johnny Moe will be matching wits with one of the best coordinators in the game in Steve Spagnuolo. Morton has been proven to be a solid leader of the offense, piloting the group to top of the league in scoring. Now he's tasked with countering against Spagnuolo's packages of blitzes and stunts. Meanwhile, defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard must have a solid plan for Mahomes. It's very simple. Make his life hell. And the Chiefs' offense, Kansas City will have an array of unique looks offensively, and Shepard must account for the losses of his 2 cornerbacks. If Shepard is able to scheme up pressures, Detroit's chances of winning are helped immensely. With coaching matchups even by many accounts, decision-making will become an ultimate factor. The staff that blinks first may be in danger on Sunday, as both teams are led by some of the best coaches in the game. Edge even. Oh, wow, we got an even edge, even though we have a much better coaching staff and a much better team. And we should be. Why are we honest to God underdogs? Like, legit. That just doesn't seem right, dude. We should be the favorites. Man, I got worked up. Let Manu run a goal line rush. That's awesome. That'd be awesome. Taylor's Boys Toys catching up. Yeah, dude, Father Time is catching up to him. Rashee Rice coming back next week for KC. Glad we don't play this week. Not impressed with KC's running backs. Yeah, and I'm not impressed with Rashee Rice. He's a piece of shit. F the national media. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah, guys. F that guy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not completely off base with my rant and raving, okay? Am I? I know I got a little off topic there, but this is something. It's just the blatant lack of respect for what Detroit has done over the last half decade it's getting to be. I could understand our first year, right? Our first couple of years. The year we made it to the NFC Championship, I could understand then. But last year, we were not a surprise. We shouldn't have been a surprise. This year, it should not be a surprise. Why do we consistently get treated like such second-class citizens? What is it? Now, I do have my theories, and it has to deal with old Henry Ford and what he used to give his money to back in the day, and the people who are in charge of a lot of stuff in the world. They don't really see eye to eye on a whole hell of a lot of things. You know what I say? If you know what I say, if you're picking up what I am setting down, you will understand. Henry Ford wasn't big on eating hummus. I'm just kidding. MCDC's a meathead. Yep, dude, that's what they say, dude. They constantly just disrespect the motherfucker. Mahomes did throw a bad pick 6, dude, but they won't see it that way, guys. Patrick Mahomes is he is the golden child of the national media. It doesn't matter what he does. he can do no wrong. I mean, not to sound like a, sour grapes or nothing, but watch the game. You guys will watch Juwan Taylor consistently jump off sides, line up in illegal formation time after time after time. Juwan Taylor is either the fastest man in the NFL or he is allowed to jump off sides against Aiden Hutchinson. It does work to our advantage, Derek. You're right. It works to my wallet's advantage for the Lions to be underdogs. You are correct, my friend. You are 100% right. It works to my wallet for the Lions to be disrespectful. The NFL hates Dan changing the game by punishing teams and high percentages on fourth down. Sam, bro, that's what I'm saying, dude. Dan Campbell plays the game the way a man's game should be played. Tough, gritty, meritocracy, man up, nut up or shut up. Go out there and beat him into the fucking ground, dude. The reason that I like Dan Campbell and what the Detroit Lions do is because I was raised by football coaches who, that's what we lived by, dude. There is a phrase, I keep going back to my JV football coach, dude. Coach Kneckle had a fucking way with words, boys. And he used to say this all the time. He would just say, either we're going to or we need to, but it was either you need to go out there and knock their dicks in the dirt, or if we were practicing like shit, he would go, it's pointless. You guys are just going to go out there and get your dicks knocked in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the NFL hates Dan Campbell, because he said it in his press conferences. We're just going to keep getting up, and we're going to take another chunk out of you, and we got to take you out to the deep water, and eventually you're going to drown, and I don't care if you got one ass cheek and three toes. I don't care who you are. We're not going to change our game plan. We're going to come out here and we're going to beat you into the ground. We're going to break your will. We're going to take away your fucking fight to play, your will to play the game, your fight to go out there and compete against us. We want teams to go, I don't want to play them, man. And it's evident with the hangover that teams suffer when playing after they play against us. Historically, teams lose the following week after playing the Detroit Lions because we're so fucking gritty. Because Dan Campbell says, you know what? We're going to go out there. We're going to move men off the line of scrimmage. We're going to run the ball down their goddamn throat, and we're going to get after the fucking quarterback. And heaven help you if you get in our fucking way. And the NFL hates it. The NFL wants to play like South Park said. They want sarcastaball. That's what they fucking want. And Dan Campbell says, tough tits, Tony. Time to put your nuts on the table. We're going to play a grown man's game. And they hate it. And they absolutely hate it. Yeah, dude, Sam, exactly, bro. Like, we all love those comments. Everybody laughed at Dan Campbell when he was like, we're going to bite off kneecaps. The whole bite off kneecaps thing. The majority of people thought it was funny, thought it was stupid, looked down upon him. But there was a group of people, myself included, who were like, that guy I want to play for. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the guy. That's the mentality that football needs. That's the guy that the NFL has been pushing out and not leaning into. And if they'd have leaned into it, if we'd have had an NFL of Dan Campbell style coaches, you wouldn't have Bad fucking Bunny performing at the Super Bowl. That's for goddamn sure. It'd be Creed at the Super Bowl, baby. Let's fucking go. Turn the NFL back into a man's game, guys. Gonna bypass the core of young players, but I did want to say, guys, that we are very lucky to be in the era of Detroit football that we're in right now. We are winning. We are the top of the team. We are the pinnacle. We are the high water mark of the Detroit of the NFL. We are the best. We are the cream of the crop. And the joy that our team sees, the happiness, the way that our team is playing, the camaraderie, they're out there having fun. You don't see that with the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't see that with the Kansas City Chiefs. You didn't see that last Sunday night with the Buffalo Bills. You could be a hyper-talented team, but when the psyche's gone, when the game is no longer fun, when they can't pick each other up and celebrate each other's victories, you're not a championship contending team. And as far as I can tell, of the top-end teams, there are only two that I can think of that exemplify the fun, the winning, the talent The Detroit Lions are one of them. And the other team, and I'm honest to God, they scare me a little bit. This team scares me a little bit. Because they do everything that the Detroit Lions do a little bit differently. They're not as run-centric, but they have that gritty, that edge, that toughness to them. And they're having a lot of fun doing it. And that's next week's opponent, the Tampa, Bay, Buccaneers. I think the Tampa, Bay, Buccaneers are just as dangerous as the Detroit Lions. So they're doing everything nearly not the same way. It's third verse, same as the first. History doesn't repeat, it rhymes. But they have the same swagger, the same energy, the same celebration, the same camaraderie amongst the team. They're out there having fun. And until the Eagles, the Bills, the Chiefs, till they can start doing that exact same way, that's what I say, winning the way that we are winning the way the Lions are winning the way that the Tampa, Bay, Buccaneers are winning. Until other teams do that, you're not going to be a championship contending team. You're just going to be a team with a lot of good guys on them, right? So that's all I'm saying about the Lions. You can see it on the faces. Look at the faces of players. Look at the, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you play, it's how you play it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just you're starting to see the wheat separate from the chaff. You know what I'm saying? Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, no grit. Exactly, Brent. Primetime game. I tuned the sound off on the tube and put the radio on and listen to web streams. Yeah, dude. Honestly, Dan Miller is going to be a way more entertaining broadcast, dude. Dan Miller is the voice of the Lions to me, dude, and he does such a better job that I'd almost encourage you to mute Collinsworth and Mike George Costanza Tirico. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared of Tampa. Sure, they have a better QB who embodies grit and fuels his team. Doesn't mean they have the will to beat us. I agree with you, Mr. Tracy. I'm not saying that that they're better than us. I just think that there's a lot of similarities. You know what I'm saying? And full disclosure, I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. I like Baker Mayfield. I like him. I bet he's a lot of fun to hang out with, man. And it's hard to root against a guy who has gone through it the way his career has gone through it and come out the other end the way he's come out the other end. I really respect Baker Mayfield. I really respect what he's done, man. I really do. Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and all the other jugheads just can't listen to him. Started with Costa was over. Didn't want to come to Detroit. Just tired of hearing all the negativity. That's fair, Carrie. That's fair. I don't necessarily listen to, because I don't generally like CBS's broadcast, period. CBS broadcast is a little too suit and tie, a little too clean for me, a little too business-like. I prefer Fox's, a little bit more fun, a little bit more edge to it, a little bit more loose. But personally, I love Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. They're like my favorite tandem to listen to. And of the flagship, your Sunday nights, your Tom Brady's, your Tony Romo's, and your Monday night crew, of those, I think I haven't really seen too many Tom Brady call our games, but I genuinely feel that Troy Aikman and Joe Buck give us the most credit. I think that Troy Aikman is kind of low-key a Detroit Lions fan because of what we do. He's one of the last guys to talk smack, one of the first guys to give praise. And Joe Buck is always going to be Joe Buck. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's awesome, Mom. That's awesome. My mom says she listened to the game last night with Tom Grossi calling the plays. It's fun, isn't it? So, Mom, you see why a lot of guys, and I'm not going to lie, there's been some people in our chat that try and push me to do the same thing. There's a lot of people that do that they play-by-play the game on YouTube. But Tom Grossi is one of the more entertaining people. Definitely subscribe to Grossi, guys. Definitely subscribe to Tom Grossi. I know he's got that nasally nose, but Tom Grossi is one of these funny-ass dudes. Let's watch Eagles fans' reaction from NFL Week 6 by Tom Grossi, and then we'll get up on out of here, guys.
Okay, we lost our first game of the season on Sunday against the Broncos. Not great, but now time to take out all our anger against the Giants. Yeah, we just lost to the Saints a few days ago, so my expectations, they're not very high. A field goal on our first drive. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not convinced that we shouldn't leave Batulo in New Jersey. Jackson Dot running up the middle for a touchdown. My God, I do not miss Russell Wilson. What? Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown? Are we beating the Eagles? What the hell is happening? Okay, touchdown Dallas Goedert. That's better, but we're done letting the Giants score now, right? We're gonna be a good team again. Oh, okay, the Eagles scored a touchdown. That was close. I thought we were a competent team for a second. Touchdown Eagles, 4 tush pushes in a row. How do you like that, NFL? I hate the tush push. Oh, look who's not so crazy after wanting to ban the tush push now, huh? Cam Scatterbull with a touchdown. Look at that man run. Saquon Barkley, nobody misses you. Okay, I know Jalen Carter's out and Mitchell's banged up, but what the hell is going on with this defense? We're beating the Eagles going into halftime. Us. We're doing that. Did we seriously not score any points before the half? That's it. I don't care. Leave Patullo in New Jersey and do not look back. Cam Scatterbull with yet another touchdown. That's number 2. Is this really happening? Our offense can't do anything and we're losing to the Giants. Oh, and the Phillies lost. Great. Oh no, Jackson Dodd is hurt. Get up, Jackson. Does God hate Philadelphia? They're putting Russell Wilson in? Boo! Boo! Oh, thank God Jackson Dodd's back in. Okay, we are down 10, but the offense is finally starting to get into a rhythm. As long as we score a touchdown, we should be Jalen Hurts just threw an interception. The Giants pick off Jalen Hurts. Yes! Yes! Fire everyone, every single person. I don't care anymore. And that's a hat trick for Scatterbull. Holy cow! Now I mean it, Saquon. We don't need you anymore. Look out, it must be Halloween because it's Scatterbull. 3 touchdowns for Cam Scatterbull. I remember when our offense could score 3 touchdowns. I think this is one of the happiest moments of my life. And A.J. Dillon dropped the kickoff and it went out of bounds. Great. And now A.J. Dillon fumbled. When I wanted consistency with this offense, this is not what I was talking about. This is the worst Eagles performance that I have seen since last season when I wanted Nick Sirianni fired. We beat the Eagles 34-17. I don't care if we win another game this season and this is our Super Bowl. We did it! Remember when we were talking about repeating? Not anymore. So, did we break the Eagles, or... Imagine if we had Malik Nabers? Do you think the Eagles could suck just a little bit longer until after we play them? Imagine if we had an O-line? Can our fan base go back to bullying this team into being good? Cry, Eagles, cry. What a freaking way to start the week. God, I hope we don't lose to the Panthers. We beat the Chargers, we beat the Eagles, we somehow lost to the Saints, but I'm not going to question it. You know what? That loss to the Giants doesn't look so bad anymore. I'm sorry, I don't understand. How did we beat the Giants? Are we, really good now? Brian Dable, you SOB, you did it. You may just have saved your job. And I thought our loss to the Jaguars was bad. Are we the number 1 seed in the NFC? You know how many injuries we have, right? Maybe just everyone in the league is bad this season. No, I think it's us. Also, I love this for you, Eagles. I hope you lose forever. Well, definitely not worried about the Eagles anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't felt this way in years. Hope? Watching the Giants win gives me hope. Like anything is possible. Like maybe even we could get a win. Did someone give the scriptwriter my stash? Because what the hell is going on this season?
All right, chat. Yeah, real quick. Did want to shout out Brandy. How you doing, sister? So I don't know how I found Tom Grossi, but his shit cracks me up. And I do want to say, Mr. Detroit City, you're definitely right. Mike Kimber, that's how I actually found Mike Kimber, was him doing game day play-by-play stuff. And I thought it was pretty interesting. He does a really good job of it, and he's a vet as well. I think he was Army, which is how he broke. I think he had a real bad back injury. I'm pretty sure from an injury he sustained during his time in the service. Yeah, the fact that they kept feeding A.J. Dillon after fumbling that return shows coaches gave up. Yep, dude, I agree. You could tell that Sirianni had just packed it in. And Nick Sirianni seems to have a little bit of a emotional retardation, where if things start to go south by the third quarter, he's just packed in. He's just packed it in. He's already thrown in the towel, and he's done. Eagles fans saying yesterday that they wanted the OC fired. Now you understand why, dude. Spinal fusion. That's what it was. That's right. Spinal fusion. You guys with your spinal fusions. I remember him having something with his back, dude. But yeah, Brent, I agree with you. I totally understand now why Phillies fans wanted their OC fired, because that offense was stagnant, dude. Just stagnant and predictable. Stagnant and predictable. Please support Mike. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go check out Mike Kimber, Micro Mike, or I think now he's just WeChat Sports. Am I correct on his channel? He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Support Tom Grassi. He's a good dude, especially during the holidays. He's inspired me to do our charity run during the holidays because Tom Grassi does the whole chaotic good thing. So to follow suit with him, we will also be doing a little bit of a charity fundraiser during the holidays for all of our super chats. We'll be going to support a local community here, something along those lines. We'll figure out something, not exactly sure what to do. Business side of things are all very, very new to me, so we're still trying to figure it out. But, guys, we had ourselves Chat Sports. That's what it is, Chat Sport Detroit's, but he owns his Lions one. Not all Chat Sports guys do. Oh, no shit. Gotcha. You know, Mr. Detroit City, I wondered how that broke down, because I knew that, like, WeChat Sports is like a brand or something like that that people work under. I think I am very unfamiliar with it. I am just speculating. I am not coming at this with any inside information or knowledge of the situation, just pure speculation. Happy Friday, guys, though. It is 11:15. Today we talked about the dynamic duo in Gotham as Jackson Fart and Dart and Cam Skibbity Scatabo led the Giants to a historic victory over the defending Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles. Not looking so scary. We then seen what Brian Baldinger and Bucky Irving had to say about the Detroit Lions over on the Insiders, and then looked at a little bit of the national media glazing Patrick Mahomes and how great he is. We then stopped by Detroit Lions on SI, Christian Boer. He also decided to join in on the blow bang of Patrick Mahomes and proceeded to glaze the Chiefs and how they are the absolute gift to this world. How dare we ever think that the Detroit Lions could ever possibly go into Arrowhead, where Patrick Mahomes will never, ever have to play an actual good team on their turf, but all of the good teams get to come to the king, who sucks. You know, I don't know how. I honestly, we all must be fucking stupid for thinking the Detroit Lions, who boast the statistical best quarterback in the NFL and one of the best offenses in the NFL with a very underrated defense and one of the most underrated pass rushers in the league. I don't know how we ever could expect to ever have why even travel? Why even fucking travel? Why even play the fucking game? Jesus Christ. And then we watched Tom Grassi's Week 6 NFL fan reaction, Giants and Eagles, to the big upset last night, guys. So Mike is the only Chat Sports creator that plays the background TV calls. Oh, because he has more power. Yeah, Chat Sports Detroit, but he owns his Lions one, not all. Interesting. Okay, so Chat Sports is big, and Mike he's the only creator that plays. So okay, so Mike Kimber's the only Chat Sports guy that does the play-by-play stuff. Is that what I'm reading right? Which is pretty fucking cool. I tell you, if I were smart, I'd do the same thing as them and bring in a bunch more subscribers and get more eyeballs on the channel. But we're not quite there yet, boys and girls. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting there. It's been a good start to the Friday. I only lost my shit a handful of times. Had a couple of segments go a little bit off the rails. Maybe we should clip it and see if we can get a little virality out of it. I don't know. We'll see. Try and stay out of trouble, guys. We will be off tomorrow. Going to be doing a little yard work. Got a whole docket of stuff lined up for tomorrow. I literally have an itinerary. I shit you not, guys. I wrote out a fucking itinerary for my day off so that I can get everything done. Going to spend some time with Hat and Boobs. Oh, Mike's ownership of his handle is unique. Okay, gotcha. So he owns his name and title of WeChat Sports Detroit or whatever his brand is, and then he kind of like leases it out to or works for the WeChat group. Gotcha. Michael Rentz is one of their OG founders too. No shit. Mitchell Rentz. I didn't know his actual. Oh yeah. So okay, yeah, Brandy. You know, once you guys see Mike Kimber, you're like, oh, I know that guy. I know exactly who that guy is. Yeah. We've all seen him. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. A few weeks ago, he stopped by and dropped a comment, some very encouraging words, and it meant a lot. He's a very positive dude. So shout out Mike Kimber. Shout out all of you guys across Mad Hatter Nation, man. You guys really turned out this week. It's been a great week of shows, guys. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me. We decided that, yes, sir, he did, and we talked about it on the show. No shit, dude. Damn, Mr. Detroit City. Bro. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, guys. That's super duper awesome. He put their handle in pregame before his game call. Dude, that's awesome. Mr. Detroit City, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, dude. I really, really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Mad Hatter Nation, tuning in, showing up, telling a friend. That's what we love about each and every one of you guys. Genuinely, I do appreciate it. Seriously, it's the only way that we can get it grow because I'm bad at business. So enjoy your Friday night, guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay out of trouble. Don't call for bail, okay? Have a good Saturday. We will be back Sunday night, all right? So we're going to do Sunday night pregame, 6 to 7, 7:30-ish. So sometime between 6:30 to 7:30-ish. That way I can have a little bit of time before the game to eat a little bit of dinner with Hat and Boobs, spend some time with her. But that's what we'll do. We'll build some parlays, talk about a few of the games, keep an eye on the games that are wrapping up, and then build a parlay around the Detroit Lions, a couple, 2, 3 of them, right? Sound good? If you guys got anything, in my mind's eye, I keep seeing Jahmyr Gibbs scoring 2 touchdowns. I keep seeing Jahmyr Gibbs 2 touchdowns. I don't know why. I got a feeling that Sunday's gonna be Jahmyr Gibbs' night, and maybe J-Mo will get right. All I know is it's not gonna be that big of a fight. Yeah, I got that good golden pipes, boys. I should be a Grammy Award-winning artiste. All right, guys, stay out of trouble. I've been Hat and Beard. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Until next time, we'll see you Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Bonga bonga. Frig off.